Luke, Jacob here. So I'm on step 3 of my European World Tour. I'm in a place called the Czech Republic. It's got a C and then a Z, followed by a bunch of other letters, and it's really fucking difficult to say. My friend says it's called the Czech Republic, and I had a little bit of an argument and said, look, the Czech Republic is where you go and cash in your checks, and then you get money back. No way is this place called that. It's the Czech Republic, or whatever the fuck they're gonna put a Z next to a C. What do they expect, for God's sake? But anyway, I'll keep you updated on what it's all about. Jacob out. Jacob here. So I finally got my Google thing to decide on. Yes, it is called the Czech Republic. You know, I don't get the Z thing, but I'll get over it. You know, this town is called Prague. And, you know, believe it or not, this used to be the capital of a place called Bohemia. And crazy as it sounds, I thought Bohemia was like all like hippies wearing all sorts of raggle-taggle clothes and walking around playing instruments, and believe it or not, they actually had an empire, which goes against everything that I thought about hippies. I can't really imagine them walking around with soldiers with muskets saying, come on guys, let's just peace out and we'll go boho on everything. We'll spread the boho vibes around everywhere. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen, but you know, it exists. You know, you learn crazy stuff when you're on tour and you learn about countries, especially this Czech Republic. You find out crazy shit like that, and I've got a lot more to come, so keep you tuned in. Jacob here. So one thing that I've learned from me touring around exploring places on my European World Tour this time is that people just seem to be dumbing down history a little bit. They don't want to go into the nitty-gritty of what it was really like back in the old historical times, millions and thousands of years ago. I've not heard one tour guide mention goblins. I've not heard one tour guide even mention dragons. It's like, look, come on. Don't try and miss out that part of our history, because if anything, that's probably the most exciting part of it. Come on, please, just put it in. Make your tours more exciting, make history more exciting, because it's boring without that stuff. Come on. Look, Jacob here, so I'm walking around a very, very lavish interior of a Czech building, and I'm learning a lot about these Bohemians. Bohemians are bloody hypocrites, and I will never listen to a word a hippie says from now on. Is that, you know, these Bohemian hippies, they live in more luxury than what we do in Blighty, for fuck's sake. Well, you know, they've got such glamorous stuff, and they're all telling us, oh, stop driving around your Range Rover, it's bad for the environment. Bugger off is what I say to you from now on. Come on, red carpets, glitzy gold everywhere, towers, beautiful buildings. You live the same way we do, so don't give me that shit. Jacob out. Look, Jacob here. So as you can see, I'm standing outside a absolutely gigantic Gothic cathedral. One thing that kind of I really don't understand about Gothic cathedrals is why the hell are they called Gothic? I always thought a Gothic was like kind of Marilyn Manson kind of guy with black hair and black clothes and crosses upside down. You know, you wouldn't be allowed to wear that stuff in there. But, I don't know. Jacob out? Look, Jacob here. So I'm standing outside a Irish bar in Prague. I know that sounds really weird, but Irish bars are literally every single city in Europe has an Irish bar, which is pretty crazy in its own way. Like, it's kind of like an insidious empire. You know, I don't know how they managed to do it, because if the English tried it, it wouldn't work. They must have sent out like monk pilgrims with big barrels of Guinness on their back saying, you know what, you need to go and spread Ireland everywhere. And they managed to do it pretty successfully, because everywhere you go they sell Guinness, everywhere you go they have an Irish bar. It's crazy. You know, people need to start focusing on their empire a little bit, instead of slagging off the British Empire, making out like English are bad. You know, we didn't go around trying to make people drink our beer, did we? Well, maybe with IPA, but that was a little bit different. But Jacob out. Hello, Jacob here. Prague gets a reputation for being a beautiful city for the right reasons. It is fucking gorgeous. The buildings here are beautiful. But one thing that I have noticed, and it's a big criticism of the place, is that whenever they build a nice building like that one, they always build another shitty little building like that one in front of it. And that's not the first time I've seen it. It happened up in Prague Castle as well. You know, think about what you're going to do. You can overdo it. You know, take your time, spread your nice buildings out a little bit. Don't just cram them all together. You're not playing Minecraft. Come on. Do you see what I mean? Nice building, rubbish building. They seem to do it all the time here.